You or your child should need to leave. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. I now present to you the graduating class of 2019.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Wow. I never realized how noisy those chairs are. My name is Dottie Salmons, and it's been my privilege this year to serve as Interim Associate Dean for the College of Education. Graduates, friends, relatives, distinguished guests of the graduating class of 2019, welcome. We are gathered this evening to honor our graduates for their achievements at Idaho State University and in the College of Education. This evening, Dr. Corey Bennett led us in carrying the College of Education banner. Dr. Bennett was honored this past fall as the College of Education Outstanding Faculty Excellence winner. Dr. Bennett has been a member of the College of Education in the Teaching and Educational Studies Department since 2011. And congratulations to Dr. Bennett for earning this distinguished honor. At this time, I would like to introduce our special guests who are attending this ceremony. If your name is read, please stand or wave so that we can recognize you, but please hold your applause until all our guests are recognized. First, Dr. Karen Wilson Scott, Interim Dean of the Graduate School. Dr. Tracy Cullum, Associate Dean of the Graduate School. Dr. Alan France, Interim Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Mark Neal, Interim Assistant Dean of Educator Preparation. Dr. Esther Natuli, Department Chair of Teaching and Educational Studies. Dr. John Fitzpatrick, Department Chair, Sports Science and Physical Education. Dr. Rob Leon, Interim Department Chair of Organizational Learning and Performance. Dr. Patty Mortensen, Department Chair, School Psychology and Educational Leadership. And now will all the ISU College of Education faculty please stand and be recognized for your dedication and service to our students. Thank you all for your excellence in teaching, your mentorship, and your guidance of all our students being recognized tonight. Next, I would like to recognize the graduates of our master's, educational specialist, and doctoral degree programs. Will you all please rise? That's all you guys in the middle. Okay, thank you. Okay. Y'all can sit back down now. Thank you. It has been a long journey, and we are privileged, we really are privileged to have this opportunity to celebrate your achievements with you this evening. Thank you very much. I would also like to offer recognition and thanks to the family members and friends of the graduates who are in attendance. The graduates know they would not be here this evening without your support. Would all the friends and family members and guests of the graduates please stand? Woo! The graduates know that you all make this happen. And finally, I would like to recognize the incredibly hardworking staff in the College of Education who have helped make this event possible. And more than just this event, they have made everything possible. Okay? They're the ones who shepherd your petitions, who make sure you get your courses in, and everything. So here they are. Amy Bytoff, Marcy Oncal, Krista Carnaroli, Lundy Facer, Laura McRae, April Miller, Raylene Hauk, Sheldon Harris, Catherine Ryder, Haley Cowdell, Verla Nagus, Anthony Shore, Nick Peterson, and Dr. Jamie Webster and Dr. Amy Slack. So thanks to all of them. We will now recognize our Cole McGuffey Prize winner. The Peter C. Cole William H. McGuffey Prize for Excellence in Educational Research is a $10,000 prize awarded annually to a graduate student in the College of Education who has completed a significant research study as part of a graduate program. Peter and Nancy Cole, who established this prize, have been active friends of ISU and continue to support the academic work of deserving students in the College of Education. Dr. Clayne Lambert is the recipient of the 2019 Cole McGuffey Prize. It is my honor now to introduce Dr. Lambert's advisor, Dr. Karen Wilson Scott, Interim Dean of the Graduate School. Dr. Scott.
See if I can lower this just a little. It is a distinct honor to introduce Dr. Clayne Lambert, recipient for the 2018 Cole McGuffey Prize. I had the privilege of serving as his doctoral dissertation advisor. His study was entitled Shaping Post-Secondary Developmental Mainstream Curriculum Through Intuitive Instructional Design. Dr. Lambert suggests that the developmental instructors that he interviewed have organically created a cyclical experiential model that operates in phases: practice, reflection, transformation. The findings of this study are important to developmental mainstream instruction in the United States because they contribute to a very thin body of research, particularly in differentiated developmental instruction. Dr. Lambert's findings also inform his own practice right here at Idaho State University. as he moves into a departmental leadership role as chair of his department, overseeing the administration of developmental mainstream instruction. His findings will directly impact the development of the curriculum, and it renews his commitment to his developmental mainstream colleagues and the students that they serve. Dr. Lambert is dedicated to furthering the work of developmental mainstream professionals and the students, and theory building to inform their practice. He holds a 16-year career in this community. His dissertation research redoubled his conviction that his calling is to serve in-service and pre-service research in order to help developmental and mainstream practitioners. By continuing his research in regional and national levels, his design models will be appropriate for developmental and mainstream practitioners. Please help me congratulate Dr. Clayne Lambert, the 2018 winner of the Cole McGuffey Prize.
You know, as I was preparing this talk, people would ask me if I was nervous. And I said, well, I wrote a dissertation and defended it, and I was okay until I realized I was going to have to speak in front of the family and friends of graduates who were wondering why they had to listen to me speak rather than watching their loved ones cross the stage. So I will try to remember that as I speak to you today. I'd like to begin by thanking the members of the Cole McGuffey Prize Review Committee, Mr. and Mrs. Peter Cole, the members of my dissertation committee, my wife, my children, and the friends and family that have supported me throughout this process. If I stand here today, it is only due to your encouragement and support. I clearly recall the first day of orientation to my doctoral program, because our keynote speaker was Dr. Bruce Cush, the 2012 recipient of the Cole McGuffey Award. As I listened to him describing his research, I remember wondering to myself if I would ever be able to produce research on par with the project that he described. It was a question I found myself asking repeatedly throughout my doctoral coursework. Each year I would look at the work produced by that year's Cole McGuffey Prize winner and ask if I were capable of making a similar impact in my own area of study. It became clear to me that those individuals whose work qualified for this honor focused on topics that they possessed incredible passion and dedication to. I stand before you humbled that my work has been deemed worthy of this distinction and recognition. As was mentioned before, my dissertation was titled Shaping Post-Secondary Developmental and Mainstream Curriculum Through Intuitive Instructional Design. And the problem addressed in this case study was that a gap exists in understanding what informs the instructional design strategies of developmental and mainstream faculty working in instructional settings focused on developmental and mainstream students. And the purpose of this study was to consider and describe how post-secondary faculty at broad access institutions of higher learning throughout the Intermountain West perceived the influences that informed their design and delivery of instruction as they transitioned between developmental and mainstream post-secondary instructional settings. Developmental education is a very complex activity, often misunderstood and mischaracterized in the literature, even by its own practitioners. The literature often fails to recognize that developmental instruction is a unique academic discipline in itself, worthy of research, inquiry, and theory, not just a secondary instructional aspect of other academic disciplines such as mathematics or composition. This misapprehension as to the nature and scope of developmental education often comes as a lack of pedagogical awareness and training among post-secondary faculty. The nature of developmental education and its underlying propositions can also be troubling to post-secondary institutions and often results in the marginalization of its students and instructors. This isolation complicates efforts to understand the causes and consequences of student participation in developmental education, and limits the opportunities for faculty to engage in meaningful discussion and research in the discipline. The literature regarding the theoretical frameworks that inform developmental education in general are sparse, suggesting that practitioners have either been unaware of them or unwilling to engage in them. In many cases, the literature suggests that developmental educators rely on practice to inform their instructional and curricular decision-making processes, which complicates efforts to establish broader theoretical frameworks or conversations about them. My approach to this research project was theoretically framed by work by Kreber and Cranton's transformational model of the scholarship of teaching, particularly focused on Mesereau's content, process, and premise reflections, expanded to address instructional, pedagogical, and curricular knowledge. Viewing my study problem through the Kreber and Cranton transformational lens, I employed Siemens' phased interview protocol to collect the lived experiences of 8 post-secondary instructors. I followed a modified qualitative case study data analysis process generating 54 categories, 3 supercategories, and 9 internal data dimensions. And these dimensions coalesced into 3 overarching themes. 1, we need to meet students where they are. 2, we need to accept that there is not one right way to help students. And number 3, we need to acknowledge that developmental students might just be catching up to the starting line of post-secondary education. Karen has already, or Dr. Scott has already talked about many of the findings of my study, so I'm going to skip over those, if that's okay with you. I've spent the last 3 years refining the topic and methodology and analysis of this dissertation, while continuing to work full-time as a clinical assistant professor. It has not been easy, and has required significant sacrifice on my part. But it has required even greater sacrifices on the part of my wife and my children, who have solidly supported me in this endeavor from the beginning. It is not hyperbole for me to say that this prize is a validation of that sacrifice and a recognition of the patience and love that they have shown me over the years. This award is a concrete tribute to them, a fitting recognition and thanks for supporting me during those times when I had to forego family trips and activities to work on a draft, slogged through more than multiple revisions of a chapter, putting in long weekends at the office and at the library, and most importantly, enduring those dark days and nights of the soul when I questioned whether I was even capable of completing this work. If I stand before you, I know that everybody that's seated in this central area has experienced much of what I have experienced. And if I may take a moment of personal privilege, I know that Dr. Salmon's already asked you to stand once, but I would ask those members of the audience, the families, the friends, and those that have supported us as graduates in accomplishing the work that we have done. We only are here because of what you have helped us to do. So if you would please rise so that we can recognize you again. Thank you. It is truly an honor to be recognized for this work, and I am appreciative of those who have helped me along the way. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Dr. Lambert, for your inspiring remarks, and congratulations on your distinguished accomplishment. On behalf of the College of Education faculty and staff, we would like to congratulate each of our candidates on their success. The degree that each student receives signifies an attainment of great academic achievement and extraordinary effort. In honor of these achievements tonight, each student will receive a commemorative medallion which symbolizes Idaho State University. The arch on the medallion represents a student's journey at ISU. Students walk through the arch at the beginning of their studies and now leave through the same arch with a greater understanding of how research impacts our day-to-day practices and the knowledge and skills necessary to contribute to the future development of a global society. Each student has received this gift from the college in appreciation of their dedication and commitment in accomplishing the feat of a graduate degree. We commend you. Tonight, our graduates will be hooded by Dr. Karen Wilson Scott, Interim Dean of the Graduate School, and each of their advisors. Dr. Mark Neal, Assistant Dean of Educator Preparation, will announce our graduates this evening.
All right. Are you staying warm enough? Okay, as I call your name, the first group, if you would, you all saw the video, but process around here and line up with your advisor at the wall, and I'll call the first group up here in just a moment. So, I will now present the graduate students for the 2019 hooding. Graduate advisors, as your group is called, please line up along the side wall. Will the candidates receiving a master's degree in athletic training from the College of Education at Idaho State University and their advisors please come forward? What's in here? I don't. Haley Raylene Cowdell, Master of Science in Athletic Training, hooded by Dr. Danny Moffett. Jeremy Wan, Master of Science in Athletic Training, hooded by Dr. Danny Moffett. Kimberly A. Evans, Master of Science in Athletic Training, hooded by Dr. Danny Moffett. That smile says it all, doesn't it? Lucas A. Bryan, Master of Science in Athletic Training, hooded by Dr. Danny Moffett. Jesse Lauren Cole, Master of Science in Athletic Training, hooded by Dr. Danny Moffett. Sarah Caitlin Zamora, Master of Science in Athletic Training, hooded by Dr. Danny Moffett. Carson Niles Parks, Master of Science in Athletic Training, hooded by Dr. Danny Moffett. Jenna Christine Morsch, Master of Science in Athletic Training, hooded by Dr. Danny Moffat. Christopher D. Duke, Master of Science in Athletic Training, hooded by Dr. Tim Braun. Will the candidates receiving the Master's Degree in Athletic Administration from the College of Education at Idaho State University and their advisors please come forward? Thanks for asking. Michael Decker, Master of Physical Education in Athletic Administration, hooded by Dr. John Fitzpatrick. Ariel Elizabeth Sanchez, Master of Physical Education in Athletic Administration, hooded by Dr. Carolyn Farre. Lindsay Anderson, Master of Physical Education in Athletic Administration, hooded by Dr. Carolyn Farre. Shondi Garrett, Master of Physical Education in Athletic Administration, hooded by Dr. Carolyn Farre. Will the candidates receiving a Master of Science in Human Resource Development from the College of Education at Idaho State University and their advisors please come forward? Blake Mimish, Master of Science in Human Resource Development, hooded by Dr. Robin Lindbeck. Bibiana Ramirez, Master of Science in Human Resource Development, hooded by Dr. Rob Leone. Dustin Ernest Rasmussen, Master of Science in Human Resource Development, hooded by Dr. Rob Leone. Kimberly K. LaPrey, Master of Science in Human Resource Development, hooded by Dr. Robin Lindbeck. Casey Lane Blaymyers, Master of Science in Human Resource Development, hooded by Dr. Robin Lindbeck. Next, we'll have the candidates with the Master of Science in Organizational Learning and Performance from the College of Education. Edith Lecron, Master of Organizational Learning and Development in Organizational Learning and Performance, hooded by Dr. Robin Lindbeck. Carrie Lynn Nooch, Master of Organizational Learning and Development in Organizational Learning and Performance, hooded by Dr. Robin Lindbeck. Will the candidates receiving the master's degree in education from the College of Education at Idaho State University and their advisors please come forward? Stacy Ann Schrock, Master of Education in Elementary Education, hooded by Dr. Beverly Ray. Branzel Portia, Master of Education in Secondary Education, hooded by Dr. Beverly Ray. Michelle Elizabeth Munoz, Master of Education in Instructional Technology, hooded by Dr. David Coughlin. Marcy Lynn Wood Reddish, Master of Education in Secondary Education, hooded by Dr. Corey Bennett. Tara Ann Daly, Master of Education in Elementary Education, hooded by Dr. Corey Bennett. Stephanie Ann McKee Moore, Master of Education in Elementary Education, hooded by Dr. Corey Bennett. Kristen Grace Brown, Master of Education in Instructional Technology, hooded by Dr. David Coughlin. Michelle Leanne Rogers, Master of Education in Education Administration, hooded by Dr. Patty Mortensen. Kay Maria Coleman, Master of Education in Education Administration, hooded by Dr. Patty Mortensen. Krista J. Campos, Master of Education in Education Administration, hooded by Dr. Patty Mortensen. Jody L. Prestwich, Master of Education in Education Administration, hooded by Dr. Patty Mortensen. Peggy Lynette Welsh, Master of Education in Education Administration, hooded by Dr. Patty Mortensen. Ellen Louise Legas, Master of Education in Education Administration, hooded by Dr. Patty Mortensen, and her mother, faculty member Joanne Taves. Kristen Marie Hansen, Master of Education in Literacy, hooded by Dr. Amanda Eller. Brandy Lynn Powell, Master of Education in Literacy, hooded by Dr. Amanda Eller. Shane L. Matson, Master of Education in Education Administration, hooded by Dr. Ron Bollinger. Will the candidate receiving an educational specialist degree from the College of Education at Idaho State University and their advisor please come forward? Jolene Marie Wright Hines, educational specialist in school psychology, hooded by Dr. Howard Fan, working hard in the basement. I am honored to recognize the doctoral candidates from the College of Education. While tonight we are symbolically celebrating their doctoral hooding, the official hooding and conference of degree will occur tomorrow at the commencement ceremony. At this time, will the candidates receiving a Doctor of Education from the College of Education at Idaho State University and their advisors please come forward? Corey Edward Zink, Doctor of Education in Educational Leadership, hooded by Dr. Paul Watkins. Rachel Redmond Hulse, Doctor of Education in Educational Leadership, hooded by Dr. Paul Watkins. Kathleen M. Silvas, Doctor of Education in Educational Leadership, hooded by Dr. Paul Watkins. Graydon A. Stanley, Doctor of Education in Educational Leadership, hooded by Dr. Paul Watkins. Stacy M. Phelan, Doctor of Education in Educational Leadership, hooded by Dr. Rick Wagner. Amani Bimafus, Doctor of Philosophy in Instructional Design, hooded by Dr. David Coughlin. How about one more time for this good-looking group of graduates?
Thank you, Dr. Neal. Thank you, all you graduates. I would like to commend the faculty and the College of Education for preparing these highly qualified and distinguished graduates. And again, I would like to recognize and honor our dedicated and talented graduate students and their faculties, friends, and support networks who have helped them on their academic journey. Thank you all for sharing the evening with us tonight. ISU will always be with you as you pursue your careers. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. One more round of applause for each other, please. Woo! Now, will everyone please rise for the recessional? Oh, I forgot. No, I was going to give Corey a signal. I forgot. I'll signal him in a minute.